Welcome to another episode of Hors d'oeuvres. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, are the best people on the planet, Anonymous Alex and Jenna. Good luck spelling that one, Alex.
Oh, I've got it. And I know, first of all, I've got it. Second of all, we always call it horse divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to make it sound like the original thing, like the correct thing.
Yeah.
And so I went with that instead of the phonetic pronunciation.
I mean, that's fair. That's a good choice. I was just telling you that I got it because we call it horse divorce all the time.
You know, those Phoenicians out there serving their horse divorce.
When you said that, confused Phoenicians and Lilliputians, and I don't know why.
Nice.
Were the Phoenicians the first people to serve hors d'oeuvres at like a dinner party?
This is okay. This is causing problems for me because I want to be like, no, obviously it's the French because the word is French, but like
That's not
the question. The question is who served tiny foods before the main meal first, and that's got to be like a billion years before that. That feels Egyptian. It feels Egyptian to me.
You think so? You think they had like a little waiter walking around with like,
yeah,
I don't know.
That feels like an
Scorpions?
Egyptian thing. Yeah, little scorpions on sticks that they like barbecued. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking scorpions like on scorpion shells. Like, you know how they like cook the food and then put it back in the shell? That's what I thought. I thought that would be
okay. I just didn't think the like scorpion shell had enough like heft to it to hold up through a shelling and then
I was honestly trying to think of something that would be in a movie about a mummy in like the 1980s.
And you did not go with monkey brains. You did not?
I did not go with monkey brains.
Okay.
Indiana Jones already did monkey brains. So I went with scorpions and shells.
I didn't realize we had to make it different from the movies, but within the oeuvre of the films. This makes... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm learning the rules by playing the game.
Yeah. I think Jenna's looking up who was the first person to ever serve.
There's a big river in Egypt. They probably had mussels, dude.
They might. They lifted all those rocks to build the pyramid. I bet they had big mussels.
Yeah, so it looks like maybe China.
That makes sense too.
Yeah. China would have been a good guess.
But
China was a great guess, yeah.
As early as 500 CE, the Babylonian Talmud recounts the practice of feeding sweet desserts to a person before the main course of a meal in order to revive his strength and increase his appetite. So we've got that much at least, like Babylonian, but could have come from China and Russia, that area.
It's like, it feels like everyone. And like, where do we draw the line between like an hors d'oeuvre and an amuse-bouche?
I am just entirely considering them the same thing.
Okay, I was going to say that it's very, very dependent on what an amuse-bouche is, because I've never heard that before.
Well, when Jenna integrated the sweets into it, because it's basically an hors d'oeuvre, except it's generally, I think, sweet because it's supposed to like wake up the palate or whatever. And I could be wrong about that. But when Jenna integrated sweets into the mix, I said, oh, that in my mind, that's a different thing. I don't know. I'm not the be all end all on names of foods.
That we call that a front dessert.
Front dessert.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. No, I'm calling it that forever. Alex, don't you take this from me. Yeah, but sorry, I was distracted by looking at the origin of appetizers. And amuse-bouche doesn't have to be sweet. It a lot of times is at least a little bit sweet. But I think it literally just means like mouth entertainment.
Yeah, Pretty much.
Which
Like,
is
wake up the mouth.
pretty funny to me.
I've never heard that term before. This is brand new to me.
It's just small bites.
Yeah. It's like a fancy restaurant thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the type of restaurant you go to where like the chef or chef assistant comes out and explains each thing that you're about to eat to you.
Yeah. And you have like 20 courses and it's all 1 or 2 bites each.
Yep. If I did not have a fancy chef friend, I would never know this.
That sounds annoying.
No,
It
man.
depends.
Yeah.
Like, can you just bring me my food and I'll eat my food?
Yeah, but sometimes you
No.
want to know about it.
Ooh, do I?
Sometimes. Maybe you don't, but like some of us do.
And like generally in these circumstances, they've brought you this food because they've like raised these Chilean sea bass on their own backs from the blood of their children, and you will never taste anything like it.
Yeah. And they've prepared it in such a way that like you would never know that it was Chilean sea bass if somebody didn't tell you that it was.
But why would I want something that doesn't taste like what it is?
Stop
it's
asking
cool,
questions
man.
about fancy restaurants, man.
Because molecular gastronomy, man.
Yeah, don't you want to
I
get
don't know.
drunk off a bubble, Doug?
I do.
Have we
Doug?
never had the conversation about how nice things are wasted on me?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we have.
This
Yeah.
just sounds like that again.
I don't know that it's nice things, really. It's just more like expensive, bougie things.
Yeah, bougie things.
Like you
I'll be
like
honest, though.
things.
Okay, yeah, but also Shannon is kind of breaking Tim down and making him more bougie.
See?
So we might get there, actually. Now that we've said this, we
Bum,
might
bum,
get there.
I don't know.
You don't know now, but that's what you said
I mean,
when
that's
you
true.
got a chandelier hotel, and now guess what?
Yeah, I can't go anywhere else.
Alex, you were going to say a thing before I interrupted you like 15 times.
It's gone.
But you will say, you will say, that was what it was. But I will say,
Yeah. Well, okay, it was just because I was gonna like, I was just trying not to like come down so hard on Tim, because when he's like fancy things are wasted on me, I was like, well, I didn't want to like start out this conversation by saying like, yeah, it's because fancy restaurants don't have like chicken nuggets.
I mean, that's fair, though.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like
it's
we're not
it's
there
one
anymore.
thing to come down on me, and it's another thing to just be honest.
but also
Well,
like,
I don't feel like we're there anymore. Like I feel like you've moved past it. Like you're not chicken nuggets only boy anymore.
not only no, but like, I'm gonna go ahead and give this to him, even though I can't eat them anymore. Like chicken nuggets and chicken tenders are like, that is peak. That is a peak of food. They're just good. They just are good. And like, if anybody thinks that's wrong, they're wrong.
I mean, I'm not slamming anybody for eating chicken nuggets. I'm saying Tim has grown beyond chicken nuggets only boy. Like Tim has stretched his food experiences to the point where like it might have been funny to be like, of course you don't know what an amuse-bouche is because you only eat chicken tenders, ha ha ha. But like it's not true, and that's not fair to say anymore.
Can you have a amuse-bouche chicken tenders?
Yeah, you sure
Yes. It would probably be like a micro chicken and waffles situation, like that you take.
But
like,
I'm 100% in for that.
can. Yeah.
yeah, dude. Okay, sorry, not to totally hijack this, but my fancy chef friend, we used to do pop-up fancy restaurants, or she used to do them. I used to attend them. Are you kidding me? I didn't help. I paid and was happy with it. But they did a full like. It was my favorite meal they ever did. And it was like just a full, like not what you expect in a meal thing. So one of the things they served was a stadium meal. And so it was like a hot dog in a bun, but instead of that, it was like a very like intensely breaded thing with like this very like, they would do like a ham thing in there. And the one thing I remember, there was 2 things that were my favorite things ever. One, they made a Coors Light gummy bear.
Oh, I'm here for it.
And that, yeah, it came with your hot dog, which of course was like a totally reimagined meat and bread dish. That was super good. And then that was the one where they did the push pop cheese tray, which was literally like it was almost like eating like a cheesecake thing in a push pop form. It was so fucking good. I dream about this thing to this day.
Every time you talk about that, I get the most ridiculous FOMO. Like,
It's
like
honestly
I'm jealous and upset.
I'm upset I didn't know you at that point. And if ever a time machine travels across my path, I know what to do. And it's to pick you guys up, and we're going back to that dinner, and we are experiencing that dinner.
Fuck yeah. Oh, we have to wear disguises.
To not break the timeline? Yeah, that's fair.
Because you can't see you.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You know what? That also brings up a good point. Like, if I do ever interact with myself, I should just remain unbothered and act like nothing happened. Like, this is a good thing to remember.
This feels like a bullying, like, don't bother yourself. Don't bother yourself. Why are you bothering yourself?
It's just, I don't want to break the timeline. So, like, the worst thing you could do is freak out, right? Just act like nothing's happening and just go about your business.
I always thought you didn't have a choice if you ran into yourself in the timeline.
You
Maybe
have to
you
freak
do.
out.
I feel like you start, like, your brain starts breaking down because it can't comprehend anymore. So you have to start freaking out.
Maybe. Or maybe you can just not. You can just be like, oh, that's me. Guess I'll understand this in 10 years.
1,000% thought you were going to say, or we could talk about this book.
Oh, well, we could talk about this book.
We don't have to. I'm fine with the timeline talk.
I'm fine with
I
Coors
feel
Gummy
like-
Bear talk.
We should probably talk about this book.
Oh, okay.
We read Prospect, or we read the first half of Prospect. Still in the eventing series. Hey, Jenna, what happened in the first half of Prospect?
Well, funny you should ask. Pete is a whole country away in California, and Jules is running the Alachua County Co-op all on her own. Well, except that both Lacey and Lindsay are the ones who run things, while Jules runs lessons for the kids and runs her own horses through their own paces and through their various levels. Everything is going just fine and dandy, except that the co-op board's moms are sneaking around behind Jules's back, planning elaborate parties to woo rock star Clayton into joining up so his kid can finally be somewhere he fits in. / they want his clout and money. Oh, and to build a newer, bigger barn. 2 stories with an apartment and an air-conditioned lounge. And somehow, some way, them making everything bigger and nicer is exactly the same as taking everything away from Jules. And she can't figure out why it seems that way, and girl, me neither. Oh, and by the way, Evan is still around. He swaggers up at the exact moment that Jules decides to let Dynamo rest while she pays attention to her co-op kids at a show just to swing his big old power trippy dick around and let Jules know that if she wants a chance to get her dream, she's going to have to play nice with him and do what he says, even if she doesn't like him. Speaking of swinging dick, Clayton and his kid Max, who definitely is not an alien, tag along on a Saturday trip to almost Orlando to see a new horse for Jordan. Noodle, who she loves, and Big Daddy rock star Clayton gets the displeasure of meeting Evan, who he instantly dislikes, and same bro. Everything starts bopping around smoothly with the new changes being implemented and Jules accepting that this is just how life is. And Jules has a very pleasant convo with Pete about how she should absolutely go for her dreams and use the shit out of Evan. Just don't, use the shit out of Evan. Don't fuck Evan because he's a shitbag who leaves his friends to die alone in French hospitals. The kids have an impromptu gymkhana, and Jules gets a call from Evan stating that she has to come train with a very exclusive shitberg dick swinging trainer that I don't even know. Just like, why is this guy important? Who cares? And she leaves Lacey in charge to show off how much Dynamo is still kicking everyone's asses, even in his old age, when Evan power trips a little too close to the sun by telling her which event she will bring him to, and our true Jules finally shows back up as she tells him Dynamo will be ready when he's fucking ready and to back off. So that's about what happened. Bunch of dick swinging. And then Jules went, actually, my dick is bigger.
I love that about her so much.
I don't know what to expect Like, are we going to go to WEG? Are we going to win WEG?
We gotta.
Right. Is the Evan thing going to blow up? Is Pete going to come back?
That I don't know. Pete's really freaking hot and cold on this thing.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like Pete going to California was just the catalyst for... Well, I thought it was for Jules to find somebody else. And maybe Clayton. Because Clayton is tolerable. He's tolerable at least, but he's kind of old, right? Evan is the one who's intolerable.
Okay, I think they're both a little intolerable. Like, Clayton is okay. I can deal with him, but bro, just like drop it. But like, bro, just like drop it, though. If somebody's clearly trying to pick fights with you, drop it.
Oh, the Evan argument?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't understand the Clayton appeal. Like, I understand how it's written in the book, that it's like he has like an innate charisma that draws people to him. But like, I just don't feel like with everything we know about Jules, it aligns with her priorities in a way. Like, I feel like every other person that she's kind of fallen for or had a crush on was in part because horses were important to them. And this guy, like, doesn't really have that. I don't know. It feels weird. It feels bad and wrong, and I don't like it.
You don't always get to pick, though, right?
Who you have a crush on?
Yeah. So it could be, I don't know, inconvenient. Right?
I don't know that I'm emotionally prepared for this. Like, I feel like I'd have to really explore whether or not I've not been able to, like, do you pick? I don't know. Where does my free will end? I just feel a little bit in crisis with the don't get to pick thing.
Okay.
Because you always pick?
I don't know. Like, I can't. I feel like that's a part of the process.
Is picking?
Yeah. Like, oh, maybe there's something there. I will cultivate this thing.
Yeah, but the maybe there's something there is the like initial part of the crush, though.
Doesn't that super track for Alex, though?
No. As soon as I started saying this, I'm like, Tim's going to say this is an Alex thing. But
Let me
very
scientifically explore this.
I will not be bullied by my own emotions. I will decide what goes on here.
I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know that I've ever felt an emotion strong enough to be like, this is overriding my sense of, like, whether or not this is a good thing.
I'm going to go hunt now.
Nothing. Okay. When this becomes clear to me, I think the most, like, in moments where I'm like, okay, like, I think that I'm inherently broken internally as a person, is when people are talking about their crushes, and I'm like, you know what you should do? The next time you have a crush, you should find somebody that is like in this industry, because that would be cool. And people are like, okay, Alex, what?
So that was, wait, hold on. Reverse. You've given people the advice that they should pick their crushes better?
Yeah, I have.
I mean,
many times.
Okay. Let me say, as I sit here in this chair, that's really good advice.
It's really good advice.
Impossible to follow.
I mean, do better. Get a better handle.
I don't think it's impossible to follow.
I 100% believe it is. I don't think you get to.
I have never
this
been.
This person's a doctor, so I will now have a crush on them.
That's exactly right. I told Casey the other day to get a crush on a surgeon, because as she ages into her body, she's going to need someone to fix those joints.
Yeah, but if that person can't work on you,
why not?
If you're in a relationship with them.
First of all, that's only if you do it through, like, legal means in the hospital. And I'm not paying for that if I'm dating a surgeon.
Okay, that's problematic.
That's a different type of problematic, though. That's
a
fair.
whole
I
different problematic,
comprehend
yeah.
how that's problematic.
Legally and hygienically problematic.
Yeah, but they,
Yeah,
okay,
You're now talking about black market.
in actuality, they could just get me a great deal at the hospital that they work at because they work there.
Yeah, but they can't.
They can try.
They can't,
They can
though.
tell me the ins and outs.
Yeah, but they can't, though.
Okay, so forget surgeon. That's out. Don't ever date a surgeon. Useless. Let's get crushes on people that are in the food industry and can cook things. That's a good one. Barnes owns a barn.
Look,
Good
again,
crush.
this is a 100% fantastic advice that is completely unusable.
Is it?
Completely
Is it, Tim?
unusable.
Is it?
Tim, hey,
Is
hang
it
on. Wait.
either of those
Hold
things?
on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back to food industry, cooks good food, get a crush on that person. Tim, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't pick that.
I think it's problematic that you can't pick your crushes. I think you should have better control.
Again, fantastic advice. This is all wonderful advice that is just being screamed into the void right now.
Yeah, but also find somebody with a lot of money. That's old. That's my real advice.
No, I will not support this.
Get that
I will not
bag.
support this. No.
Get that bag.
That's the way to listen. At the end of the day, love is not important.
You know what?
Really good.
Here's
really
the
good
thing, though.
401k.
If you can find someone who is old and has a lot of money, and you also love and loves you in return, God, you're fucking winning at life.
You're back to giving terrible advice. I
No,
think.
because it's
Yeah.
We were
elder
winning for a
care,
minute there.
Tim. It's elder care.
It's
This is
charity
awful.
work.
It is
Tim.
charity.
This is awful. This everything that's happening right now. I don't support any of it.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what Jules was kind of doing with Pete. Like, it didn't hurt that he had the entire farm available to him. I mean, yeah, she stayed with him when he lost it all, but like, it didn't hurt.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason. She was
It's
interested
maybe a
in
little
Pete
bit.
before that, and then it turned out he had no money,
Yeah,
and
well,
he was completely insolvent.
as soon as he said he was a horse person, she should have assumed he had no money. That was,
Yeah.
she's new
Yeah.
to the industry. I get it. She hasn't been around.
I mean, but she
We didn't
has,
talk about
though.
this book at all.
We
talked about this
I mean,
book
that's
none.
fine. I thought I did a pretty good job of summarizing it, but that's okay.
You did a great job of
You did.
summarizing
No,
it.
fuck
and I'm
you,
sorry
yeah.
that we tore it away from your great summary to talk about Tim and how he should do different crushes on people based on the industry they work in.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I do want to talk about this book though, because like genuinely, there's so many parts of it that are infuriating, including Pete in California. Which, by the way, the other thing about Pete in California, this motherfucker is just like not even doing anything. He's not going to events. He's almost
Trail riding.
he's trail riding and almost like it feels to me, a reader of this book, like he is really debating whether or not he wants to stay in the horse industry at all.
Right?
But like also whether or not he wants to stay with Jules.
I got the impression that he felt more solid in his relationship with Jules than he did in his career choice.
Also,
That's the impression.
maybe accurate. But I think he's going about that wrong then.
Because he should pick somebody who's old and rich
No.
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
about to die and get that
and
bag.
about to die. Get it, dude. And then go back to Jules later with another farm.
No.
Okay, all right,
No.
all right. No bag. Got it.
Create your own success in this world.
Create your own
and
bag.
then
that's
find
hard.
a partner who matches in with that success.
Okay, so now what I'm hearing is go through the apprenticeship program at Hermes, make that bag.
I don't know what Hermes is.
Yes.
Hermes
Yes.
is like hors d'oeuvres again.
No.
Yeah, actually, like,
Well,
but
and then
hang
it's
on.
French.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
What is Hermes?
It's a bag and saddlery company.
Oh, okay.
Very, very,
I guess.
very, very, very expensive artisan, like handmade stuff.
Yeah, but okay, sure. Find your own success. If that's at Hermes, then good. Find your own success and then find someone who matches in with that success. There you go. keys to life. However that may be.
I like it.
Yeah.
But it's also hard. So, like, marry someone old who's about to die and get that bag.
And get that bag. Get that money. And then go live your life how you want, dude.
I find this whole thing troubling.
Oh, no.
Jenna's just waiting for me to die.
False. Okay,
Yeah,
but
no, that's
all right.
that's patently untrue.
Yeah.
You have to pick someone closer to the finish line than Tim.
Yeah.
Much closer.
There's the punchline I was waiting
Much
for.
closer. I got to pick somebody who's going to go before me, not after.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And also, like, it's got to be like a best in show situation.
Ooh.
Best in show? Yeah. That's the movie, right? With, what's her face? And, and Jane Lynch.
Yes.
God. I wish I could remember a single thing.
How is it a best in show situation?
Because the character that Casey does a really good impression of that's in that show, Jennifer Coolidge, thank you. She is married to a super old dude for his money in that movie. And it starts at the beginning of the movie. She says they have so much in common, like they love soup, and she's feeding him soup. And then I believe at the end of the movie, he dies and she becomes very happy. And like the whole after cut scene is her life once she has all that money. We should watch Best in Show. It's a good movie.
It is genuinely a good movie.
I've seen parts of it at least.
Surely you have, yes. If I've seen it, you've at least seen parts of it. Okay, sorry. One more thing that I have to complain about in this book. Evan, when I heard the story of what Evan did to Pete, I was like, how bad could it possibly be, right? He's going to, he stole my girlfriend. But then it kept going.
Yeah.
And he didn't just fucking steal his girlfriend. He straight up watched Pete almost get fucking killed through his own actions. Accidental, sure, but through his own actions.
I don't know. Was it accidental? Because you're a horse person. I don't care how in flagrante you are found. You're not going to yell about a horse being there. You're not.
But even if you do and expect him to like fall off and have an incident, they were really drunk. But even if you do and you fall off, like the circumstances in which you get the reins tangled around your neck, that's bad. Mm-hmm. That's like really, really bad. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it might have been bad, but I feel like it turned out so much worse than he could have ever imagined.
You know, when they said that he left him in a French hospital, I had kind of a weird response to that.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, is Evan a fucking doctor?
No,
but I think it was that he left with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not his girlfriend no more.
Well,
that's not his girlfriend no more.
They didn't have that conversation, so
Oh, it was done.
It was done. Yeah, no, I'm not. I agree with you that it was done, but
I wouldn't have needed a conversation.
No, but
we'd have been.
But
done.
He and Evan were supposed to be friends, and not only did he fuck his girlfriend, he then, after saw him almost die, left him in a place where he had nobody else that he knew who he could speak to, all alone in a hospital.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, had that happened to me, I'd have been like, bro, you need to go. And you probably don't need to go back to England. You don't need to be where I'm going to be. You need to go find somewhere else to be, but you need to not be here right now.
Oh, okay. So you're doing more of like a, hey man, don't be in this hospital, but also don't ever be anywhere I'm going to be because I'm going to kick the fucking shit out of you the second I get out of this hospital. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You and Angela leaving right now is the best thing that could happen.
See, here's where I disagree. It's like a very fuzzy line, but there is like a secondary line for me where it's like, yes, you should leave, and no, she's not my girlfriend anymore. But if you leave with Angela for a second time, that is also just a slightly larger affront to me than just you leaving.
That's fair too. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's more affront to be had.
Well, there's plenty more affront. And then he brought his ass around Jules. Like, there's more affront to be had.
We're done affronting. You are no longer in a position where you can affront to me. You've affronted out.
The depths of my affront are deep. The well is deep.
They know no bounds.
You might think that you've hit bottom, but there is more under the ground.
If Evan had walked into that room and been like, hey, man, I'm going to stay here until you're better, I'd be like, I'm fucking fine. And then he'd be like, hey, man, you don't know anybody. I'm like, I'll fucking figure it out. You know, like, you are not the person that's going to help me do anything. You know?
but okay, yes. And then middle road of that is he leaves, which is what we agree we want. But then other secret road to the right of the path leaves with your just recently ex-girlfriend only because she cheated on you with him the night before. And that's a worse path.
But also says, I'm going to stay here because you're fucked up right now and you don't need to be alone. But then fucking leaves anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying I would have reacted different than Pete.
Because, I mean, me too.
Like, her leaving with him, zero difference to me at that point. None difference.
It's, for me, difference. But also, I think I would have stabbed him.
Maybe. I think that stabbing would have been a more...
I think we would have left that hospital together because all three of us actually would have been injured.
You'd be like, I'm going to stay with you. And I'd be like, yeah, you fucking are. And the next thing you know, scalpel to the spleen.
Yeah, that would have been a more relatable response to me.
She's not innocent. She's getting a little bit of scalpel too.
Yeah, but also, okay, now that we've said all that, we are talking about like Pete, like dealing with Jules' Pete. And like, that's a Jules response. That's not like a Pete response.
That's true. Pete was...
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Pete's an absorber.
It's a not relatable response to me is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd stab him.
And like in this, we're not getting exactly what Pete said. He doesn't seem like he reacted differently to Evan leaving with the girlfriend. He just relayed the facts. Here is what happened. And it definitely seemed like he was, at least based on what Jules said, more upset about, and then that motherfucker left me in France, period.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have used that later as an add-on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you believe he did this? Ooh. He's the worst. But, like, it wouldn't have made a difference to me at the time.
No, that's actually fair and valid. Also, I think a part of the story that I'm missing is what happened to the horse and my tack also.
Yeah. Like, did you at least get the horse?
Yeah, this is a fair comment. This I get. Like, if he had left the horse there, I'd have been pissed. If he'd have taken the horse, I'd have been like, okay.
And also, does he owe me new reins?
Mm-hmm.
That fuck.
Yeah.
You know what you owe me, Alex?
What's up?
Horse news.
All right. Well, this is not like super duper recent news, but it's kind of coming to a conclusion within the last few months. So I hope you will forgive my long form news here. So this is a story of polo players. And I would like to give you a country of location, but they travel all over the world because it's one of the best polo players in the entire world, Adolfo Cambiaso. I'm going to say Cambiaso. I feel like I've nailed that. So this guy is one of less than a dozen polo players who have a 10 handicap. What does that mean? Polo players can get a -2 to a 10 handicap based on how good they are. Most polo players that are out there playing professionally are somewhere in like the low 10s, from 0 to, 5 or something like that. Literally less than 12 people have this full handicap of 10 on there. And one of the other ones is this guy's son, Peroto Cambiaso, who recently got that at the age of 17. He's one of the youngest players ever. Like, he was literally set to like eclipse his dad in talent, but then ended up losing a thing. Anyways, this is all going back to his horse. So this guy also, on top of all of this, on top of all of his skill, which by the way, he's 40, 41, still playing at the top of his game, which is like unheard of here and still looks great and everything. But he also has the best mare, one of the best polo mares of all time, who is, okay, I'm going to mess this up. Quartetera. I'm going to say Quartetera. And the thing that's so cool about this is that he cloned that horse because she was so good. Instead of investing in a breeding program where you can only sell these horses for like $200,000, he cloned her and was initially planning on selling the first of her clones at a sale for $250,000. But as that sale approached, they did this big thing where like, oh, you can buy her sons, you can buy these relations, blah, blah, blah. You can also buy her clone. Right before that horse went up in the auction, one of the people that was his business partners came over and was like, don't fucking do that, because if you sell her, you've sold the whole breeding program. Cue the entire surrounding thing of this. So Adolfo Cambiaso paired up with Gutierrez and Alan Meeker and made this whole breeding or cloning program, not breeding program, cloning program. Alan Meeker is this big Texas oil guy. Gutierrez is this guy that knows about cloning through, I think it started through medical stuff. Like they were going to clone like a kidney to replace it when there was kidney cancer in like one of their wives or whatever. They set up this whole thing. They make this multi-million-dollar franchise of cloning, and as it turns out, the foals were great at polo as well. So they make an entire polo string for this guy and his son, and Alan Meeker's son, who also got into polo, of these cloned Quartetera horses. All of that jazz. They are coming to Florida. They are going overseas. They're going everywhere. The sons are riding together, growing up together. Adolfo Cambiaso is at like the top of his game. All of that jazz. Alan Meeker, like in 2019, it was right before COVID, gets on a yacht, makes a deal to fucking sell one of these clone foals. And it's a whole legal drawn out battle that he's like, no, we agreed. I can do this. Contractually, I can do this. Literally gets irritated by all of these lawyers coming over here. Ends in a court battle. He didn't think that Adolfo would sue him because they were such good friends. He's like, the guy's a coward. The guy fucking sued him and won. This guy's not allowed to have these cloned horses. He's not allowed to sell these cloned horses. So basically at this point, what happened is in 2015, in like July, this court case concluded. The judge ruled in favor of Cambiaso. Alan Meeker is not allowed to sell these horses. He has to give all the genetic material back. But they don't know if literally all of these other people already have it. Andrew Borodin was the initial buyer. And this guy, Alan Meeker, even went behind his friend's back, Adolfo's back, to sell to his brother-in-law, who's another one of his competitors. This is a whole fucking thing, you guys. This guy was trying to get caught, basically, and thought the guy just didn't have the balls to sue him, but he fucking did. Anyways, that's where we are now, is that technically Alan Meeker is not allowed to sell anything, not allowed to distribute anything, but the genetic code is already out there, and if this genetic code goes to Borodin, he's literally one of the other competitive polo players and can build his entire fucking thing at Park Place around this mare, Quartetera, who has literally like statues being erected in her honor. She's so fucking good. So this is my horse news to you. All of this drama, and it is ongoing because we will have to see in upcoming years if that genetic code got out and if people are going to be able to clone from it. And also the interesting part is that they're not going to be able to tell them that it's a clone of Quartetera. So what happens then? Are we going to know? Are we going to test for it? What are we going to do? This is my story for you. This is my horse news for you.
How would you even begin to figure out that you needed to test for it?
That's a great question. First of all, because if they're going to like ride these horses and sell these horses and they are good, that's the other thing. So Quartetera, there's candidates for cloning that are bad. Like for whatever reason, when they try to clone them, don't take on the traits of the horse that they cloned. She is passing along all of the good traits to her offspring. They are very successful clones. So I imagine it would be a mix of like having to genetically figure out what's in that industry, because polo is the most clone heavy industry of all of the horsing industries. Like show jumpers, sure. Thoroughbred racing, absolutely not. You can't even artificially inseminate. So like this is kind of unique to the polo scene for now. So I imagine if that horse came into play and there was question about it, they would genetically test it, because they're already putting forth all of the microchipping laws at this point. There already is genetic testing happening on a lot of horses just casually, right? Like I've done it to Pony to find out what she is and to find out her history. And you can tie horses that are traditionally mixed back, like paint horses. You can figure out their lineage. So I imagine that it's kind of going to creep into the standards of, I'm going to guess it would creep into the standards of polo, of having to maybe do this if there's suspicion that your horse was part of that whole lineage.
That would be interesting, though, because, like, what if you bought a horse and that was unknown to you, and then you got into polo? Mm-hmm. Would anybody have a right to tell you that you can't play polo because...
Probably. They could probably tell you that you can't have that horse because the genetic propriety is with that guy.
Yeah.
That's bonkers. Mm-hmm. Like, if I just bought a horse and somebody told me that I couldn't have it and couldn't play polo with it because of some stuff I had nothing to do with, that's bonkers to me.
Yeah, it is crazy. And there's also like even more horses in his barn. Like they basically created a market around cloning horses. So they also have like other mares and stallions. That's just the one that is like the most well known.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a muddy situation there.
Yeah. And Alan Meeker is a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Mm-hmm. He's the Evan of this world.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, that'll be a lot. I feel like there will be more horse news at some point on this.
I mean, probably. Honestly,
Yeah.
probably. And like, literally, they just have like this horse's DNA is just sitting in a lab right now, kind of like locked until they can figure out what to do with it. And like, that's wild to me. That's gonna get stolen. There's gonna be a heist movie about this for sure.
Oh, man. I kind of can't wait for that movie, though.
It's gonna be a great movie.
Yeah.
You know what I can't wait for?
What?
Quiz.
Ooh, really?
Tim, what's the name of this book?
Prospect?
Thank you.
Okay.
Which I don't know of any media ever that's had the word prospect.
There's
in
got to
it,
be
so
Prospector. That's got to be a movie name.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, are you guys ready to try for some of these?
I mean, God, no, but I am here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, number one is a British television comedy drama series written by Alan Janes and originally released on Channel 4 in 1986.
Prospects.
Yeah, it is Prospects.
Hell yeah.
Good guess.
I feel like I had heard the name before, like in relation to Coronation Street. So like that was my only in for that.
Yeah, good time. Good times that one was. That was way faster than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's go to number two.
Okay.
Number two is a book by author Danny Collins that is 352 pages in length. That was first published on March 28th, 2023 by the publisher Entangled Amara.
The Prospect?
Nope.
Oh, dude, that'd be so fucking cool if we just nailed these out the gate.
I know. What is it? What Lucky Prospects? Good Prospects?
Poor prospects. Bad prospects. Just prospects again. All of the answers are prospects.
The Usual Prospect?
The usual. Oh, dude, that's such a good concept and name.
Okay, let's have another clue.
Okay, I'm going to start giving you. Oh, all right.
No, sorry. I do want to hear the other clue, but like the Usual Prospects would be like a great like sort of dystopian, like everybody has these paths that they have to take, and this is a story of like the one hero that has to take a unique path and breaks out. It's kind of like, in my mind, it's like an Ugly series kind of a thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I will stop now.
No, never stop. All right, I'm going to give you some synopsis information here. Some might call it plot. All right. After 8 days in a cramped stagecoach, divorcee Marigold Davis already regrets her decision to come to Denver City to marry. She certainly didn't realize she'd signed up for mosquitoes, mud, and scores of rough men eyeing her like a hot meal on a cold day, but with her life in Kansas all but incinerated, Marigold needs a husband, even if she's not the bride that Virgil Gardner is expecting.
Prospectors.
I like that. It should be prospectors.
Okay.
Loose prospects.
Prospecting?
No.
Prospecting. It's prospectors is really good.
It is really good.
And especially for like a Western type, which I'm assuming this is. Did we say poor prospects already?
Yeah. High prospects? Good.
Are we
prospects.
close with like the word and then prospects?
I'll let you know that there are 4 words in this title.
Oh, fuck. Oh, we need so many more words, Tim.
2 of them are kind of the same word. So, kind of.
Lucky prospects?
That's
No, we need 4. Keep going.
The golden prospectors. That's 3. Shit.
All's prospects that ends prospects.
that's 5.
Yeah, but I really liked it.
One day you guys will be able to count how many words a thing is.
I sure
Potato.
And also, I don't know if the even ever counts as a word.
Well, it does in this scenario.
The prospects of prospectors.
Oh, you are so close.
Okay, hell yeah.
The life of prospectors?
No.
No, it has to be 2 of the words have to be almost the same word. So it needs to be 2 variants. And it sounds like the variants are on prospect.
My favorite thing is when Alex says a thing that she's like pretty sure is right, but then she looks at her screen to see if I've made a face.
No, I'm staring off into the middle distance while I debate whether anything I've said is even slightly. I know it looks like I'm staring at my screen because I'm looking directly like at it, but like in my mind, I've gone 14 years beyond this of like what could any words mean anymore to me in this lifetime?
Words mean nothing.
Words mean nothing to me at this point.
The prospects of
The perspectives,
pursuit of happiness.
the perspectives of prospects, the prospects of perspective.
You guys are like
not-
dancing right around it though.
Yeah, we're close. We're getting there. We're like sharks. The water's bloodied. And the counts as one of the words. So it's got to
Yeah.
start with the. We're putting this puzzle together. The word that sounds like prospects, something, other word that sounds like prospects.
The future of prospecting?
No.
The pursuit of prospects.
Do you want me to keep going with the plot there?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
Virgil Gardner has a reputation as a grumpy hard ass, and he's fine with it. He's also no fool. This is not the woman he agreed to marry. It takes a tough as nails woman to survive the harshness of a Rocky Mountain gold claim. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. I have a horse in my throat. And this whiskey-eyed, gentle beauty is certainly not the type. Now it's just a matter of how quickly she'll quit so he can find a wife who will stick. Someone who can care for the only thing he values even more than gold, his children.
So it is like the prospects of prospectors.
The secret lives of prospectors.
No.
It's
First Prospectors Club.
first.
That's interesting.
That's pretty good.
It's got to be the prospects of prospectors, or like it's got to be like so close to that.
Yeah, it does.
The prospects of marriage, the
The
marriage
prospectors
of prospectors.
prospects.
The prospectors prospects.
Traveling wife.
That's really close.
Come on, Tim. Put it together. You're a puzzle guy.
The prospectors only prospect.
Hey, there you go. Good job,
Nice.
Tim. All right. Are you guys ready for number 3?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think you're gonna make it. All right. Number 3 is a 2018 American science fiction film that stars Pedro Pascal, Sophie Thatcher, and Jay Duplass.
Prospect.
Yeah, you got it. Good job.
I knew Tim would know that one.
I super didn't. I just guessed the book name.
It has Pedro Pascal and fucking
I know.
people, and it's a movie, and it's like recent. This was
You
a
would
shoe-in.
think I would know it.
This was a shoe-in for a thing you would know.
You would think.
I would think. I did think. I will think, and I have thinked.
She done thunk.
We've been watching The Last of Us,
Yeah.
and it's really good.
Yeah.
She done thunk sounds like something Austin would say in relation to butts.
Actually, it just sounds like something Austin would say.
It's something that Austin has said.
It's like a multi-tool of phrases.
Like a y'all saw.
Yes.
Anyways, sorry. Last of Us. It's good, I assume.
Oh, yeah, it's good. That was it. That was the whole sentence.
People like it. People like it. I hear about Last of Us. There was a haunted horror nights at Universal based on The Last of Us.
Ooh.
This was like 2 years ago.
That would be fun.
You know what else is fun?
What?
Carnivals.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
I don't tend to
Being a
like
patron?
carnivals because they have patron. Yeah, that. You know who else is a bunch of clowns? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know who else is? I'm running with that. Who else is a bunch of clowns?
Oh my God, we've broken her.
Wow.
She's
So
lost
many words.
basic sentence structure.
It started with prospectors, and it honestly, about halfway through that, the word prospect lost all meaning to me, and I wasn't sure that coming out of my mouth it was going to form correctly.
I've got to be honest. At one point, it just became noise, and I had to make sure that I was correct, that you guys were getting it.
Yeah, I'm glad, because it became noise to me too. Anyways, what else is noise to me? That's right, Moose Jaw McGraw, Big Thick Martingale, and Beta Ray Philly. That's right, those are our metal horses. But you know what? We share. We share because we care, and also because we charge you board. That's right, Hot Lava Spaghettios from Nate. Dale Doris III from Anonymous Steve, who I've never doxed, not once in my life. How dare you accuse me of such a thing? Dimebag from Matt Arrowman, who I just decided your last name is Metal, but not your first name. Marital Combat from Metastrophe, the owner of Retastrophe Squirrel Brie, if I remember correctly, and I think I do. Glue Factory from Bean. Johannes Equestrum from Rob N. I always want to say Robin, like, you know, superstar, like the somebody said you had. This is not important. The second L from Lost Imee. That's right. Imee. Feel it. Feel the rage coursing through me, sending it to you. 1L. Ronnie from Scott. And this brings our podcast to an end, similarly to the way that Evan tried to end Pete in France. Thank you for listening to Horse Girls. If you want to know when new episodes are posted or share your observations of this positively academic podcast, follow us on Facebook at Horse Girls Podcast, Twitter and Instagram at Horse Girls Cast. And if you want to buy some radical shirts and things, visit duckduckjenna.com, America's most beloved search engine, to search for one thing, and that's merch for Horse Girls. Do you want to take our relationship to the next level? Of course you do. You can become part of our barn at horsegirls.club or patreon.com/horsegirls, where we have a veritable plethora of things to offer you, like content, but more importantly, horses in the barn. Oh, that's right. I didn't even say this last time. SingleThoughtConnection.com, THOT. That'll also get you there. If you want to find us on other podcasts, you can. We do them. If you like TTRPGs, check out Dungeons and Drakenbeams, Late Starters, and Dragon Knight Adventure Friends. That's right, Knight like the darkness, and not like a man that speaks in RP. That's right, roleplay voice. If you like Animorphs, check out Animorphs Anonymous. Surprise! We also do Surprise Stack Book Club. Sorry. Sometimes I just say things for me. If you like me, can't get enough of Jenna. Thank you. If you like me, can't get. Wait, no. If you want to be twitched by Jenna, check out Jenna's Twitch at Twitch TV/Jenna Chill with one singular L. And if you put the second L anywhere but goddamn Google, I will come for you. I will. Nope. I'm not going to say that. That's bad.
I mean, you already
That's
said
bad.
that, so.
Well, not the come for you part. That's fine. That's a funny joke. Haha, that's what she said. No, I was going to say I will steal your girlfriend and leave you in a French hospital because that amused me, but I won't do that. That's way too much effort for me. Also, I'm staying in France. You go home. Fuck you. That's right. And if you like me can't get enough of Tim's beautiful Appalachian voice, he's voice acted on such podcasts as The Way We Haunt Now. You can find him there. He told me once that he might be dead, and then he said, actually, I'm just a radio DJ, and that's what I know about Tim on The Way We Haunt Now. If you think our episode art is hella cute, it's because it is. And it was created by Casey D, who writes and illustrates a webcomic called B-Side You, which you can read for free at bsideyoucomic.com. May the nuts ever stick to your roof.